Mario Party has been an integral series of games in my life. I've played them for as long as I can even remember existing. So, since it's been a while since I made my original Mario Party tier list video, today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 Mario Party games. Of the Mario Parties, the one that I have never played is Mario Party E, and even though it wouldn't make the list, I just wanted to say it at the beginning for those who may really enjoy that version of Mario Party. Of course, these are my opinions, and if you have any other opinions, then feel free to leave them down in the comments below. But with that being said, let's get into my top 10 Mario Parties. Starting off at number 10, we have Mario Party 7. Let's talk about what this game does good first. First, it continues the orb system that was improved in Mario Party 6 from Mario Party 5. While it continues the system, it also gives us specific orbs that certain characters can use, like the triple shroom for Toad and Toadette and the vacuum orb for Wario and Waluigi. We also have a pretty solid selection of minigames, including those that are mic minigames and, for the first and only time in the series, 8-player minigames. Now, for the main reason why this game is held back, it's because of Bowser showing up every 5 turns. Whether he's there to take pictures for 10, maybe 20 coins, completely sinking an entire section of the board off every 5 turns, or even taking your star away from you in multiple occasions, it gets just a little annoying that you can't turn those antics off if you ever wanted to. At number 9, we have Mario Party 5. While I think that Mario Party 7 has the better orb system, I'd say that this game has more boards that I enjoy, better minigames, and some better side modes. Even though this mode doesn't have minigames, I've always enjoyed going back and playing a couple rounds of Card Party from time to time. Also, the Super Duel mode is a very fun thing to kind of just mess around in and make my own contraptions to shoot down the opponent's cars. Also, in Super Duel mode, you can unlock DK for the mode, which makes it even better. However, aside from the boards themselves, the two things that I enjoy from this game most are the two minigame modes in Minigame Circuit and Minigame Wars. With Minigame Circuit, I enjoyed being able to play Mario Party with cars, and having it to be where you can get better things based on how well you did in those minigames instead of the coins was also nice as well. Also, Minigame Wars is just amazing. At number 8 is probably a little bit of a controversial pick, but it is going to be Mario Party 9. While most of us can agree that being in a car with everybody maybe isn't the most fun, and going in a mostly straight line doesn't make for the most exciting gameplay, it's the minigames that are the main star of this game. Even in my harsh review that I did for this game, which you should go watch, it was the minigames and the minigame modes that helped give it the score that it got, not really the boards. And when we talk about the minigame modes, we have to talk about probably the best minigame mode ever made. Choice Challenge is some of the most fun I've had playing any Mario Party that isn't on the boards. I won't go into too much detail about how amazing it is until another day, but just know it is that good. At number 7, we're going back to where it all started with Mario Party 1. This game keeps things very simple. You don't want to lose anything, or you could just end up losing everything. Say what you want about this game, but it is brutal, and I can't hate it for being that way. And while the game doesn't really have many different items like the series does in later entries, the pacing of the game, because of how simplistic it is, makes it a better game in general. I also love that the boards are made with the thought of the characters themselves. Some of those boards that most people do enjoy are those like Peach's and Bowser's. Coming in at number 6 is a newer Mario Party, being Super Mario Party. The first entry on the Switch was the return to fashion that fans of the series were clamming for, even though the way that the series was going wasn't all too bad. However, if there was a way to bring back the older ways of playing, then this is the best way to go about it. We got the most amount of characters in the series ever to use, and each one had their own dice, which in turn could make some of your favorite characters some of the best to use in the game. And of course, as a wise man once said, the game is better than most because you can waggle your controller to do better in minigames. One other thing that makes this game pretty solid is the fact that the boards aren't really too big, because simplicity is always best in Mario Party. Next up, beginning our top 5, we have Mario Party Star Rush. This was the first game in the series to have every player take their turn at the same time on boards that are now fully open and grid-based. While it is unfortunate that you can only use Toads as your main character, it is nice to be able to collect the other characters as you play through each board. Another nice thing about this game is that as you play, you'll have to beat different bosses to get the stars, and since there's only so many of them, you can get really good at each of them because they'll definitely be showing up a bunch. For those that somehow like the usual way of playing to run around the board to collect stars, there is an option for one board to do that if it's something that you enjoy. At number 4, we have the only game on the Wii U, being Mario Party 10. We go back into the cars for more fun rounds of getting mini stars and traveling with our buddies. The highlights of this game are, of course, the Bowser mode and the main mode. Being Bowser is genuinely some of the most fun in the series, and I love the boards that specifically give you ways of messing with other players by drawing whatever you want on the screen or choosing specific things to make your opponents lose hearts. Of course, with the main mode being able to have things be very simple and force us into a straight path makes this game one of the best. Also, with the way that we don't have to play minigames every turn, continues to make the game quicker, which is always a good thing when it comes to Mario Party. As we get to the top 3, at number 3 we have Mario Party Island Tour. Even though this game has a variety of different types of boards, the fact that a majority of them can be done in about half an hour is just perfect. The one thing that holds this game back from being a little bit higher is that there's no 1v3 or 2v2 minigames. There's only really 4-player ones and bosses. However, one thing that makes us always come back to this game is the choice's voice, which we have to imitate characters' voices. Oh, and can we talk about Shy Guy Shuffle City? One of my favorite modes, and I'm so glad that I'm able to play it with computers. One last thing that makes this game really good is the fact that Bowser Tower is extremely fun, and once you beat it, you get to unlock the best character ever in any Mario Party game to exist. Next up at number 2, we have Mario Party Advance. This was the series' first and only attempt at making the gameplay single player since it was on the Game Boy. This game has you rolling around on a giant map to do different quests for a bunch of different characters that include playing different minigames or doing major fetch quests that can take about 10 to 15 plus rolls to do. One other thing that's a major part of the main mode is that there are certain quests that can only be done by one of the 4 characters that you can use, so I love that this game has the replayability it does to allow us to use every character to be able to beat the mode. Oh, and we can't forget about the gadgets. There are some absolutely amazing gadgets in this game, like Stick to It. And at number 1, we have the best Mario Party game in Mario Party, the Top 100. The main part of this game is, of course, the top 100 minigames to ever come out of Mario Party's history. Who could forget the absolute classics like Honeycomb Havoc, The Beat Goes On, Trapeze Artist, and Flash Forward? You can play those mini games in the single player mode that has you going in a straight line, just playing minigame after minigame. But the best part about it is that you don't even need to win every minigame to be able to complete the mode. Finally, a game where I can take it at my own speed, and even if I fail, I can move forward. Then we have our singular board to move around on, and like I've said, simplicity is best. No one wants to be able to play multiple boards and have it to where you might be able to forget things on a board and have others take advantage of that. Having one board makes it easy to remember everything about it so you can't be confused. Well, that is my top 10 Mario parties. Hopefully the next one will come out very soon, and of course hopefully we'll get it on the Virtual Boy so we can play Mario Party in that amazing 3D. Okay, now for all of you who stuck it out to the end and didn't leave a dislike as soon as I started gushing about the specific Mario parties that we talked about today, this is obviously an April Fool's video. These are not my actual thoughts and opinions on the Mario parties, but I will have an actual list of ranking every single Mario party from 1 to Superstars, but obviously still excluding E next week. I hope everybody got a good laugh at this video, including those who are watching the premiere of this. But with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.